Good morning, and welcome to another episode of the Happiness is Real Morning Show. My name is Camilla. I am your host and founder of Calbeck Coaching and Transformational Coach. I'm just going to get this right. This episode is brought to you by Calbeck Coaching, where we help executives thrive on the other side of divorce, as well thrive before, during, and then after divorce. And it is possible to thrive actually and find happiness even in the planning phase of divorce. Today, I am so excited to talk about to know or to be proud of what you want to what you really want. And sorry, I was thinking that right because what I missed, and I just want to turn back time because there's so many people reaching out to me right now, and I'm so happy. I'm so proud to be able to serve you. So if you want to know more and book a discovery conversation, introductory conversation, go to www.calbeckcoaching.com, send me an email, camilla@calbeckcoaching.com, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. And that is always an opportunity for a deep dive later coaching intensive where we dive in and get you some real strategies and tools on what to do with whatever you struggle on right now. So don't just sit on what really drains you from energy. Don't struggle on your own. Reach out for help. Ask for help. That's the best you can do. All right, then that said, let's go into today's episode. Today, I'm going to talk about know what you want. And do you know what you really want? I talked with my digital marketing manager just before going live because she helps me, or she's in control of all our hashtags and putting the show on different social platforms. And I mentioned that this is going to be really powerful session, at least for me, because what I know to be true is that I compromised on my desire for several years, and you get to trust. This about fear. This is about fear and embracing fear. Is that you get to trust yourself that what you really want is what you want. And especially when it comes to breaking up family, it's never an easy thing to do. And it's never easy when you see that the other partner tries everything and every method available to for you not to take that decision. But also it's very difficult when you are stuck in a relationship that is very unhealthy at home, but it doesn't seem like that when you're out with other people. And then, at least what I know to be true and what I see in my clients' cases, is that then we are more willing to compromise on what we really want to serve other people's needs on how they think and that how they think we should live our lives. And the best example I can give is from my own situation, and with full respect of all the clients that I have on board, and that's why I keep sharing my own stories. So I knew for a long time that I wanted to break free of this relationship. I also, that was my subconscious, but my conscious mind told me, okay, give it one more try. There was a fear of breaking free. What would people say? Breaking free from the norm, which is not that. What is the norm of being together? That's the divorce rate is so high anyway in our society today. So I don't know really what I was, what false belief I was tapping into, but it was kind of the comfort zone and the fear of a single mom, running my own company, navigating I didn't even think about the co-parenting project, to be honest. not as much. I did give it a thought, and I was also very scared about how that would turn out. So, but anyway, there was so many things. But I was willing to invest in this relationship, and we were invested a lot of money, a lot of money. We went on various romantic getaways, and like lovely dinners at home, and just really everything. Um, and when you want to really invest in your relationship, that doesn't come for free. That doesn't come for free. Um, and um, and I sat there with a therapist, and I talked about earlier that work with one that you trust. All right, this therapist, I had no um I had no trust. I didn't feel seen. I didn't feel heard. And all the things that I was told, I was like, that he really didn't understand what, he didn't have the capacity to help me, even though he knew that my partner was suffering from a childhood trauma. And that was the reason why he was this anger, had a very high temper or hot temper. All right, but there were several times, and I get like goosebumps when I think about that. It's like I was asked so many times, what do you really want, Camilla? And when it comes like that, in a tone where you feel interrogated, where you feel non-supported or not supported, and not seen, not heard, at least when I was in this situation, I didn't tell what I really wanted. I was so freaking scared. And sorry for my language here, but I was so scared. I was scared. I was afraid. And that was one of my biggest fear factor before planning for divorce. That was one of the biggest fear factors, getting that question asked, because I was so afraid. My body is responding right now. I was so afraid that when I said I want to live my life on my own terms. It's not I'm not flexible, but I want to live my own life. I want to have a peaceful family environment, and I just couldn't get that peaceful family environment with my partner at that time. And but I also knew that he would be really angry when I mentioned that. And I didn't feel supported. I didn't feel supported in that room. That room, the therapy room, was not a room where I could really show up and be me. And as I reflect, this is a very deep conversation for me. And I can feel like I don't speak as fast as I normally do. And I really reflect, because having that safe space is so important. I was so lucky to work with a coach that gave me that safe space. And I think it's not without knowing, but subconsciously, I created one of my key values is to create safe space for my clients. That is so important, to have the safe space where you can share what's really going on, what do you really want, and allow yourself to give you what you really want. So I got this question, what do you really want? And I lied to myself. And I tell you, it was not a fun play role to play. I played the lovers game. I played the confection. What do we call it in English? I'm losing my words right now. The I played the lovers game. I also knew deep down when I told, I want to say, that was sorry, bullshit, because I knew nothing would happen, nothing would change. So why I want to share this with you today about knowing what you really want and stay true to that is that you just ruin your life. May I say that? I can't. May I say that? But actually, why make your life that hard? I did it the hard way. There's nothing about wrong or right, but I did it. Certainly, I did it the hard way to 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 live on a lie and tell what I believed people wanted to hear. I didn't serve my own needs. I didn't meet my own desires. I met other people's desires, but that was not my life. And that's not how I wanted to live my life. So, coming to the end of this, for me, very, very important mindset tool to have in your toolbox. That is, know what you want. Know what you want. It's not in panic. You're not in stress and you just do something because if you haven't been given that advice, never take or make an important life-changing decision when you're in distress. Don't do that, right? So it's like really in peace and you come from a calm mind. Know what you want and stay true to that. So that's like give yourself what you really want. And it's like with me, ask for help. So that what is the fear factor? What is the worst that can happen? In my scenario, no, it's not a scenario, in my situation, the worst that could happen was that people got angry. But that we know in coaching, we know that when you get angry, it's something inside you, right? You are hurt. Yeah, I'm not meeting your needs, but I'm not living your life. I'm living my life. And I know how I want to live my life. So really, 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 I gave you today, and I encourage you today to think about where do you compromise? Where do you compromise? Give yourself what you really want, and don't do it the hard way. Don't do it the hard way of doing and telling what other people want you to do, because that's not what you really want. And it doesn't matter what they want. It's what matters is what you want, and you get to put yourself first. Don't compromise on your own values. Don't compromise on your own values. Don't compromise on what you really want. Oh, this was it was so important for me to share, and that's what I have today. It was really important message to share. And what happens, just as we're coming to a close, what happens when you know what you really want and you stay true to that, what happens is that this really interesting, because my clients report that back, and I've experienced as well. When you know what you really want and you tell it, it's like you just, like you tell me, Camilla, I go down and buy 2 bottles of milk. I go for a coffee. Do you want a coffee? It's that easy to tell what you really want when you have inner peace and you know what you want, right? If you know what you want, then just, that's how it is. And it's really interesting because the way that you communicate that, you communicate it in such a confident way that it cannot be argued. So what's showing up and what I could have done differently is to have worked on my fear factor of what was really that dangerous, or in this what you really want question, and what I really want. Why is that I didn't want to own what I wanted? Had I worked on that fear factor, I tell you, I wouldn't have procrastinated my the decision to say for the family breakup. I wouldn't have procrastinated that for so long. So that's an interesting perspective, because and what happens, so if you don't procrastinate things, your life just rocket, right? It's just like, it's just going to be rock and roll. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. So the more you can work on your fear factors, and you may not know your fear factors, but then reach out for help, ask for help to understand and uncover, peel the onion. What is the fear factor that is holding you back from living your best life? And that is another question to you today to ponder on. What fear factors holds you back hold you back from living your best life? I'm excited to hear. Drop me a comment. I'm so excited to hear what holds you back from living your best life. What fear factor, really? So as we're coming to an end, if you found value in this, please take a moment and drop me a comment. I am so grateful for all the comments that you share, and knowing that I fuel you with energy. That's really the purpose of running these shows, and that's the purpose of Calba Coaching, my coaching company, is to help you thrive wherever you are in your divorce journey. And so take a moment to drop me a comment and take a screenshot and share this episode on your social platforms. To help your friends and your loved ones thrive through major life transitions. And remember, happiness is real wherever you are on your divorce journey. There is always light at the end of the tunnel, and the next chapter of your life can truly be your best one yet. It's my honor to be on your journey with you and help support you through the process. This wraps up today's episode. Remember to tune in daily for inspiration and practical advice to help you create a more thriving, beautiful, more abundant future on the other side of divorce. And remember to reach out, book a discovery conversation, and let's just do some really deep dive and amazing real-time strategies so you move on and you don't do it the hard way. It's going to be fun. It's going to be easy. With this, enjoy this beautiful Wednesday, and we'll connect again tomorrow. Bye for now.